everyone, and welcome back to another Best Picture nominated film review. This time we're talking about Hacksaw Ridge. This is the true story of a man by the name of Desmond Doss. He decides he wants to join the army with the World War II fight, and he has a belief that he should not touch a gun, he should not kill, he should not do anything. It's a true story about a man who went into war with no weapons at all. He decided he just wanted to be a doctor, a medical person helping out on the battlefield. And holy cow, is this movie amazing. It is directed by Mel Gibson. Yes, he's a little crazy. He's a little nuts. There was some controversy a few years back. I don't care. He can make a beautiful film. This movie is... I love Braveheart. It is up here, and this movie is right there. It is so close. This movie is just amazing. First, this is a true story I knew nothing about, and that is a shame, because this is an amazing story. A guy who never touched a gun saved 75 men. I think that's just amazing. It is just phenomenal, and he was considered a coward because he wouldn't kill people. This movie's just, wow. Wow, wow, wow. The acting in this movie is fantastic. You have Andrew Garfield, who is the main character of Desmond Doss, does a phenomenal job with it. A lot of people don't like his accent. I think I've heard the real Desmond Doss talk. It's perfect. I think he did a phenomenal job. You also have Vince Vaughn, who we haven't seen him in this kind of movie in quite a while. He does a phenomenal job. Sam Worthington, who I'm not a fan of at all. I think he's terrible in movies. He does a great job in this. Who else in this movie? Hugo Weaving is also in this movie. He plays Desmond Doss's father. Does a great job in this movie. Some of the accents they have are not always there. They're in and they're out. But they do a great job besides that. It didn't take me out of the movie that much. There's kind of like two parts essentially to this movie. The first part is kind of setting up Desmond Doss, showing you his beliefs and why he believes these things. And I have to say, it's very, very good. It's not boring at all. I was very interested in like the relationship that we see Desmond Doss have with his fiance, his wife, and it's just an adorable relationship. They are just the most adorable thing ever. Just the way they meet is just, it's so cute, I guess. I can't believe I used that word, but it's cute. It's adorable. It's like a little puppy dog cute. The second half of this movie then is just the war. And wow, is it brutal. It is a super violent, super graphic, super gory film at the second part. This is not for the lightest of heart. And there are people out there who don't like this movie because of the idea that the movie is about a guy who doesn't like violence, and yet it is so violent. My thing with that is I totally disagree. You should not hate this movie because it is about a guy who hates violence, and it is violent. It's showing you how realistic war can be. I didn't think this was Hollywoodized violence. I didn't think it was anything like that. If anything, it felt like a super real horror movie. It is just brutal to watch, and I think it's just really what this guy had to go through. I think it's really trying to make you feel the fact that you have no weapons, you have nothing, and you're in this. You are literally seeing bullets fly past your head. You're literally watching people die in front of you. And I think that is fantastic. It's just super realistic. It is not over the top violence. It's just perfect violence to show how horrible this war was. Mel Gibson does a great job with his directing. Like I said, he's crazy. I will be the first to admit it. But the guy does a great job at directing a film. And he should not be downgraded at all in any way for this. He does such a beautiful job with his direction that, I mean, the camera movements, the camera angles, just the way everything's shot is perfect. The acting performances are just amazing throughout for everyone, really. Mel Gibson does a great job. He's a great director. I really like that everyone in this movie is human. I don't really feel that there's anyone seen as a bad guy in this movie. Even the people they're fighting, which I don't want to spoil too much, but you see that everyone's human, everything that's going on. This war is just terrible and horrible for everyone. Nobody's a bad guy, really. It's just a terrible, horrible thing that they have to go through. And I love that. There's not a bad guy. It's just everyone is in a sucky situation. I love that. If I had to give one negative, I think it would be the fact that the first act could have been paced a little bit more, maybe could have been a bit shorter. It is a little bit cheesy at times with the relationships with the parents and his fiance and stuff like that. It didn't bug me that much, just enough that I would say it could have been fixed, could have been tightened, maybe done a little better. In the end, this is another amazing movie. I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. This movie was in my top 10, and it deservedly should have been because this movie is just amazing. So, guys, if you like this review, hit like, comment down below,